League on EA Sports. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Rams. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing is Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well. And they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over.
And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. There, luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17.
He was brought down by Troy Anderson. 21!
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be Falcon football. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 28-yard line. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
As he gets the first down, let's take a look at what Cooper Kupp did last season, because it was one of the greatest years for a receiver in NFL history. 145 catches, 1,947 yards, both 2nd most in the season all time. Truly MVP caliber performance for the Super Bowl champs, and he capped it off in the Super Bowl himself as the MVP.
That's the corner, A.J. Terrell getting up and stopping him for a loss. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got Higbee complete right side. And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4. The Rams had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. The 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Touchdown! Cooper Kupp, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Okay, ready?
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit
Sometimes
better.
it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Back to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screen play is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. Now back to throw. That's caught left side. The ball comes out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And that's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Patterson going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. He'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Ready, break.
They'll go. It's Patterson. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case,
oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Now, he tried to heave it from his own end zone, and the danger, it reared its ugly head.
We have seen those plays work out successfully before. You take the shot, try and gain some yardage. Sometimes you fool them. Not in this case, though. Tried to get it deep downfield. Gets it picked off.
Here we go. Set.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Out to his left. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. So, Charles, this, game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things, and they like the fact that he's not blaming other people because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second in a couple.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Here we go.
Second and 2. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. Being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Let's go now.
They'll run with Patterson. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the defense is going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
On the double.
They'll look to throw. Got his man. It's London. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Really nice job there, showing the mobility, getting outside and creating something. I mean, that's good on any down. When you're going for it on 4th, that's a big play.
And it wasn't designed at all. Not a designed play for him to bootleg out or get outside the pocket. That's just feeling pressure, knowing where to exit. And as you mentioned, finding the
rush coming, and he's taken down. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost
this to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And this one is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
40 got! 40 got!
They'll try the jet sweep. Stafford pops it forward. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Cam Akers as the first half is winding down. And the Rams have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by David Long. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, they matched their opponent's pick six from earlier. Those are some crucial points that may prove pretty consequential as to how this one plays out.
And Brandon, I think now we're not just watching how they move around the field, but we're checking their psychology out a little bit, aren't we? Because that defense, they're about to go right back out with all the momentum on their side. That's where the opposing offense. You wonder if there's going to be some hesitation to lean entirely on the passing game to try and mount a counterattack.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
On second down, a run with Patterson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Stafford. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd.
Omaha, remove!
Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders have intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at about the 28. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. And the Rams will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the 2nd half. You want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
To about the 48-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford connecting with Kupp here on the out route. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works a defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Third and 2, Stafford. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Second and a yard.
Here we go, set.
They'll look to throw here. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
10 seconds.
Patterson hits right up the middle. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Excellent effort defensively. Tackle for loss goes to Leonard Floyd.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And the reception made by Green. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. Calling no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Patterson. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson. His 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
22.
8 yards on the pickup.
Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll pitch it out to Akers. Shoves him away. And he'll work it ahead to about the 28, gain of 3.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Stafford. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Casey Hayward with a sack on the well-timed corner blitz.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And, that one's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Okay, ready?
Toss left side, Patterson. Gets past him at the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Ball Swinging touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Running left, here's Patterson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Patterson again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. 3rd down, here's Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Stafford now to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And they will take over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On the toss, it's Patterson. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Patterson on the draw. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for Atlanta, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory.
I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, He for the bank and they know I'm in prison. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking a from my who ain't heavy. I'm the best and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's spouting. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching like, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call it. Working big and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know it, Mr. Knew I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till I can stun and do I'm the best.